It's that time of the month where we get the portfolio disclosures made by the top 3 fund houses in India and analyze them for the month of July. Starting off with SBI Mutual Fund, which is India's largest mutual fund by equity assets of more than 3.1 lakh crores, and their top sector exposure stands towards the financials as well as IT space. Where they have increased their stake considerably is the financials and consumer discretionary space, and they have reduced energy as well as materials from their portfolio in the month of July. Addressing the top 5 stocks that they have bought, you have a mix of small and mid cap stocks over here, starting off with NHPC, V-Guard, Manappuram Finance, where they have increased their stake by 62 lakh shares, and the stock managed to advance as much as 23%, followed by TVS Motor and Brigade Enterprises, where Brigade has advanced 17%, while you have TVS Motor that declined 7% in the previous month. Where they have sold off their stake, the top of the list is Yes Bank, 76 lakh shares that they have reduced from their portfolio. Stock went down 6% in the previous month. HPCL also declined 11% in the previous month, followed by Cummins India as well as GAIL, where they have reduced about 21 lakh shares each. DLF is the other one that they have reduced 18 lakh shares from the portfolio, and the stock managed to advance as much as 20% in the previous month. But talking about the other fund houses, which is the second fund house that we have is ICICI Prudential Mutual Fund with equity assets of 2.1 lakh crores. Financials and IT is the top sector exposure, and once again they have increased their stake substantially in the financial space along with utilities. So common factor arising during the previous month is that mutual funds have increased their stake in the financial stocks. Where they have reduced their stake is consumer staples as well as communication stocks. The largest buys include a whole host of large cap names, starting off with ONGC, HDFC Bank, Tata Motors, which managed to decline 13% in the previous month, and the other 2 stocks which managed to advance are ICICI Bank and Bharti Airtel, where they have increased their stake substantially, and the stocks managed to advance 7 to 8% in the previous month. As far as the selling list is concerned, you have a mix of large and mid cap names. Large cap stocks include NTPC, IOC and Hindalco, and the mid cap stocks include Vodafone Idea and IDFC, where the biggest move came from Hindalco rising as much as 20%, and on the flip side you had Vodafone Idea, which managed to decline 17% in trade. Moving on to the last and final fund house out of the top 3, HDFC Mutual Fund, which has equity assets of 1.8 lakh crores. Their top sector exposure stands towards financials and industrials, and once again they have increased their stake in financials as well as communication stocks, while they have reduced stake in utilities along with energy stocks as well. So once again, clear trend emerging that mutual funds are betting on financials going forward. The largest buys that they have, no large cap names featuring in this list. You have Hudco as well as Vodafone Idea, where they have increased their stake and the stocks managed to decline 15 to 17% each. The other ones that they have added is Federal Bank, BEL and Imami, where the stocks have remained flat with a positive bias in the previous month. Where they have reduced their stake, a lot of large cap names featuring in this list. You have Power Grid, ITC, ONGC and Tata Motors, which have been reduced from the portfolio. Tata Motors, the stock went down 13% after its operational first quarter update that the management said there could be some trouble times owing to the chip shortage issue. Edelweiss is the only other mid-cap stock that features in this list, where the stock managed to rally as much as 27% in the previous month. But analyzing the top 3 portfolios, it is clear that the mutual fund or domestic institutions are betting on financial stocks going forward.